it's Sam from VGCritic.
Yo, what up? This is Sam from VGCritic, coming to you with a gamer's guide for Battlefront 2, the new one for 2017. This is the newest edition in the Battlefront series. There have been 3 previous games, more than that, like 5. There's like Renegade Squadron, Elite, who cares? This edition is probably the most complex of the 5 or 4. It has way more interesting heroes, character customization, and the game modes. This version spans over the 3 main canon eras that are in Star Wars. So there's the Clone Wars, there's the original trilogy, and then there's the sequels, which is like the new stuff, which is coming out today. It's got to be good. I mean, it's got to be good. It's got so many unique things. So it is Star Wars, which is one of like the biggest movie franchises out there, and it's amazing. Everybody knows that. It's right? Everybody knows it. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, so this is the 4th rendition of the series from what I have done. The research is probably wrong. And I'm sure there are already more that are like planned for future production. And also, if you consider things that are like non-canon to the series, and Battlefront franchise, it's enormous, the franchise that it's in. The developer, this game is developed by EA DICE, Motive Studios, and Criterion Software. It was published by EA, and the DICE team on social media and other things, they're very responsive and helpful when it comes to problems with the games or complaints that you might have. They're on platforms all the way from Twitter to Reddit, which is kind of surprising. For the consoles, this game's available on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Not Mac, though, because why would you want that?
We're literally recording this on a Mac.
I can't play Battlefront 2 right now, though. Okay. Hashtag problems. Come on, Steve Jobs. Come back from the dead. All right. So, for the cost. Oh, no, she can't. Ghostbusters. More than meets the eye. All right. So, the cost. The cost varies for different editions that you want to get. If you want to get the Deluxe Trooper Edition, it costs $80. That's almost $100. Now, if you want to get the normal edition, which is just the normal $60, like any other new game that comes out, at least in 2017. I know in 2020 they're going to all be $100, and I'm going to have a robot eye. I'm excited. The campaign. So, the length of this campaign, which, by the way, in the 2015 edition, there was no campaign at all. What the heck? Okay. This one is about 5 to 8 hours, which is similar to a lot of the Call of Duty games. In this, you play Iden Versio, or I don't know how to say it, don't judge me, who's a stormtrooper, which is part of like an elite Inferno squadron. This spans from Return of the Jedi to The Force Awakens, if you're going to look at from the movies. And in this campaign, you're going to see many iconic characters, such as Luke Skywalker or Emperor Palpatine. The multiplayer is the main aspect of the game. It has a lot of exciting new maps that are actually larger in the previous games, and they have a lot more to show. Some of my favorite maps that I've played already are Camino, Kashyyyk, and Starkiller Base. Those are 3 of some of the biggest maps and most unique, I would say. The gameplay is fun. It's really, I wouldn't say it's revolutionary, but it's better than in the previous edition, and it's quite interesting. The largest game mode that they have, the one they're really trying to push, is called Galactic Assault. It's a 3-stage battle with different objectives and different opportunities to use the character or hero to your advantage. And I think this is really important because in the 2015 edition, you couldn't be any hero at any time. And in this one, you can, which is quite phenomenal if I do say so myself. Now for co-op, the arcade mode is not unique to this edition, but they do it well in this version. So, if you want to practice with heroes or guns, you can do that in this arcade version. And you can play local co-op, so if you have a friend, you want to bring them over, boom, play some freaking games. And if you don't have a friend that lives near you and their name is Chong and they live in China, you can play online. Also, there's a loot crate system in this game. Now, personally, I think this is... That means bad. I hate it. I think loot crates shouldn't really be in games. But if you do unlock enough loot crates, you can get cards for heroes. So you can upgrade your heroes, make them more powerful. And Starfighter, certain classes, you can make pretty much anything you play in this game more powerful than it already is. These crates can be irritating, and they're quite useless, honestly, but they add a feeling of achievement, I guess you could say. Obviously, this game can be compared to the earlier versions of it, but it has a unique battle point system where the better you do in the game, it's easier for you to place the people you want, such as heroes. Alright, so for the completion time of this game, which I already mentioned, but the campaign, 5 to 8 hours, which is actually, I would say it's a good length for having the first campaign, which is original and just, it's creative. It's 5 to 8 hours, that's really good. Multiplayer, it doesn't actually have an end, but after you unlock every hero and every gun, it kind of ends, I guess. But more DLCs are being produced. So for the system requirements, if you're going to play this on the PC computer, the size of the actual file is about 15 gigabytes, but obviously that could change with updates. For your graphics card, you're going to need something like an NVIDIA GTX 660 or the AMD equivalent of that. The RAM, 8 gigabytes is the suggested minimum, which is quite high for a game. Usually it's around 4, but this game is quite beautiful. The processor you're going to need an Intel Core i7 or an AMD FX 8350 Wraith. That's hard to say. If you have that. Oh, the voice cracked. If you have that, Mom, I need my ointment. Can I have my ointment, please? I've got my rash. Okay. The processor, I already said. OS, so the operating system. You're going to need Windows 10. Nothing lower. I'm sure it'll work on lower, but it's suggested that you have Windows 10. Obviously not on Mac. Is this game worth the cost? New content has been promised at a free price, but there are microtransactions. Yeah, I don't really like that, but, you know, you gotta make money somehow. This game has really endless hours of content right out of the gate, from you buy it, open the box, put it in the disc, boom, play it. After you download it, of course, because, okay. If you're a Star Wars fan, you have to get it. It's a really good game. And the Clone Wars part of this game is phenomenal. And if that's all the game was, I would still buy it for the $80, which I did. Thanks, EA. All right, DLCs. Like I've said like three times, DLCs are being promised and they're going to be free. And they're going to be really expansive, adding new heroes, maps, and even game modes. And it's amazing. The previous version did this, but I think this version it's going to get it right this time. Okay, now here's where we rate the game. That probably peaked the mic. Now it's here where we rate the game. So, the visuals of this game get a solid freaking 5 because it's so sexy. It just looks amazing. And the lighting and the different weather conditions that they include on the Clone Trooper armor is just, oh! Sorry, it's really good. Audio gets a 4 because voice acting, it could be a little bit better, but it's quite accurate to the actual movies and the other games. Sometimes you'll hear Darth Vader talk and it's like, I have you now. And it's like, that's not right. Stop it. You know, it just doesn't sound good. The controls. Okay, I have the biggest problem with the controls. They can be really clunky, especially when playing heroes such as Darth Maul. You're trying to roll, jump, and avoid damage, but trying to get kills at the same time. You want to be heroes as long as possible, so I feel like they should make the controls a little more fluent and just like, they should flow better. But the uniqueness, it gets a 1 because it's Star Wars. It's been done so many more times, like, just it's not unique. The franchisability, though, that's important. It's a 5 because it's Star Wars, okay? It's already in its gigantic franchise, and the Battlefront franchise is expanding, like, as we speak. New games are being talked about, comics are being published and produced. It's amazing. Replayability gets a 3 because the game doesn't have that much depth. I mean, they say they want more character customization and heroes, but what they did was add loot boxes, which make it harder for you to progress in the game. That doesn't add depth. That adds irritatingly levels of difficulty. So it gets a 3. Overall, this game gets an A. It's a good game, and I think EA and DICE really listened to the fans and the complaints of the first one. So I'm just gonna boom, thumbs up from Vader. You see? You think I can see? Anyway. This has been Battlefront 2 Gamer's Guide. It gets an A. It's a good game. If you want to buy it, links in the description for, consoles and the game itself. Yeah, for consoles, games, and everything. Make sure to subscribe for more Gamer's Guide, subscribe for Parent Guide, subscribe for debates in the Monday show where he loses games and gets... Thank you guys so much. Peace.
Thanks for watching! Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Links in the description down below. See ya!
Can you not? This is mine now. No. I need hydration to live.